Welcome. Oh, such a state.
Welcome to Rathia.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Troops.
My ship is free, and its course is yours to plot, my friends. Were it not Warsworn asking, I wouldn't sail such treacherous northern waters or set foot on an island so long forsaken. But for you, I'll go. I'll go. Some years back, I caught the eye of a pirate lord named Derries. Nearly burned, murdered, and thieved me out of business. I called on the Warsworn, and it took but 3 of them to hunt down Derries, recover my cargo, and save my hide. The Stalwart, she's called. A worthy vessel. You'll find no taverns with warm fires or feather beds on that rock. Stones and bones and rot is all. Captain, trader, and a friend of the Warsworn at your service. Whenever you wish it, friends, you need but give the word. Then climb aboard. The seas may be rough, but you and your comrade need not fear. You're in able hands.
So this is it. Eamon's Isle.
Welcome. Oh, such a state.
Stand aside.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Lyria light your way.
My ship is free, and its course is yours to plot, my friends. Were it not Warsworn asking, I wouldn't sail such treacherous northern waters or set foot on an island so long forsaken. But for you, I'll go. I'll go. As I said, whenever you give the word. Then climb aboard. The seas may be rough, but you and your comrade need not fear. You're in able hands.
So this is it. Eamon's Isle. These were once awesome towers and ramparts. Atop each, a banner snapping in the breeze. Imagine, Cerwyn, fair and mighty, stood there and gazed out on the ocean. More Forlongi. I think they've seen us. Why did Beeson come here, I wonder? What was he after? My mother was here, long ago. She saw many ancient places in her time. the ancient vault and now here. But what do they hope to find? There are no relics here, only lost knowledge. Maybe knowledge more powerful than any relic. We should be close to the chapel now. Look, the chapel of the First Sworn. Look out! need a closer look. If I'm not mistaken... This is it. All Beeson's plans, written here in our own recorded history. The mural tells of the mage Farlong, who sought to make himself a king of Niskaru, and how Aegon thwarted him. Beeson thinks he will succeed where Farlong failed. And he just might. Because he could not learn what he needed to know anywhere else. Everything he needs is written here, down to the last detail. Beeson's minions call themselves Farlongir. As Beeson does now, the mage Farlong gathered cursed artifacts and used them to raise a host of lesser Niskaru. Do you see? Beeson follows Farlong's path at every step. I think we must. Farlong tried to free a Niskaru lord from its mountain prison. With such power behind him, he would have been unstoppable. As Beeson seeks to mimic Farlong, so we must match Eamon and stop him. This, the Mystic Hammer, forged by Eamon for the hands of his son, Aegon. It alone could halt Farlong's spell and restore the Niskaru Lord to his prison. I know of it, but not its location. But Delphric may be able to help with that. Return to Shieldring Keep. I will travel to Ironfast Keep in Detir and learn all I can. Meet me there. It seems he was a prince whose father squandered and lost his kingdom. He was raised, hunted, and a beggar. Then he found the Niskaru Lord Kamazandu in its mountain prison. It whispered to him, said it could help him win back his birthright. That's how it began. So much majesty, though now in ruins. Imagine what it must have been when all of this was glorious and new. In truth, it's as much library as chapel, a place of memory. My mother, she described it so vividly. We didn't find him here, but we did, I think, find something he doesn't want us to know. Pray Mitharu, we did not learn it too late. The Mystic Hammer is among the few ancient relics named in our records. I am sure. Go to Shieldring Keep, where ancient Delphric can help you find it. I will be at Ironfast, learning what I can. When you have the hammer, find me there.
Is it time to return? Some years back, I caught the eye of a pirate lord named Derrys. Nearly burned, murdered, and thieved me out of business. I called on the Warsworn, and it took but 3 of them to hunt down Derrys, recover my cargo, and save my hide. There was no place safe for landing but here, I'm afraid. You'll find no taverns with warm fires or feather beds on that rock. Stones and bones and rot is all. Captain, trader, and a friend of the Warsworn at your service. And that's a certain thing then, is it? I think we'll not see this scrap of shore again once we go. Off we go then.
Pledge shield, is it?
Pledge shield, is it?
I've a few supplies of fighters likely to need. Aye.
Sure, I'm proud. Aren't I Warsworn?
As soon as I received news of your discoveries, I learned whatever I could of the Alfar Lord, Anru Beeson. He is indeed a powerful man, a member of the Orbakant, or he was, until he proposed using Niskaru in the war. He was laughed off the council, and then vanished, taking some of Rathier's most powerful mages with him. Sir Beeson somehow learned of this forgotten story and the mural depicting it on Eamon's Isle. Devious. Very devious. Beeson was among the powerful of Rathier before the power of Niskaru turned his head. If anyone can complete Farlong's work, it is Beeson. Trapped within a mountain? Can we be certain this isn't merely an old legend? But can we afford to take the chance? What we are, what we once were, does nothing lie still in this world? We have our honor and our swords. Let us cling to that. Yes, I see. It should be in Aegon's tomb. Alas, Pledge Shield, none below Oathblade are permitted inside our sacred places. But this is easily solved. For your valor and honor, in the name of the First Sworn, I bestow upon you the rank of Oathblade. Take this as a token of the honor. Now, the tomb lies just south of Ulcerund. It opens only with this key. Proceed to Ironfast once you have the hammer. It is a curious fact. For her father, Aegon, Cerwyn built a grave fit for a king, while both she and Aemon, her father's father, vanished into the east and were lost to us. So many mysteries surround the founder of our order. Where he learned the secrets of forging and fighting. How he originally came to the Phalanx. Where he went, alone, in his last days. Traveling east, beyond Cluracon's eastern mountains. Ordinarily, the rank is reserved for proven veterans of the field. There is also usually a ceremony, but that will have to wait, I'm afraid. The accounts say it was crafted for Aegon himself. None other has ever wielded it, and I'm not sure any other can. It may be for nothing, but I suppose it is the only hope we have. She died by treachery in Cluracon long ago. Cursed rings turned her comrades against her. And with her death, it is said, the age of the First Sworn came to an end. In a narrow pass just south of Ulcerund, into Tyr, the key I gave you unlocks its doors and many of our other monuments and historical places. Once you have the hammer, proceed to meet Gwyn Anway at Ironfast Keep in Menethir. And by the First Sworn, may you know victory.
brother? Oathblade? Yes?
You have the remains of the hammer. It is... I should have expected this. It was forged in the Hall of the First Sworn. It must, I think, be reforged there. The hall is not far, only... I don't know what to do when we get there. The hall lies south through the canyons. Meet me there. Not all our wisdom was left to gather dust on Eamon's Isle. I have learned the location of the Niskaru Lord's mountain prison. But first, we must deal with that hammer. That means the Hall of the First Sworn. You saw Baelor in the siege. Baelor, a greater Niskaru, is like a small child before a Niskaru Lord. This one is Kamazandu, the deceitful one. It's thought the Arathi themselves imprisoned it in the mountain after it proved too clever to kill. We need it restored if we hope to defeat Beeson. And for that, I'm afraid, we must journey to the Hall of the First Sworn. I haven't been here since I was young. It is as full of old books and dusty scrolls as I remember. Legend tells it is there that Eamon was transformed from a prince to the first of the Warsworn. It became a meeting place of sorts in the time of the First Sworn. They died, as all Warsworn should, in the line of duty. The details are... my own concern. He has gone to free the Niskaru Lord. Pray we are not too far behind to stop him. Yes, time is short. The Hall of the First Sworn is south and east, through the canyons. Meet me there when you are ready.
Yes?
I'm sorry for the way I left Ironfast. The last time I saw my mother was the day she set off for these ruins. She came here and never returned. I thought... maybe... But we must be going. Records speak of a sacred passage that leads to the Forge. When I was young, my father touched the hilt of a chaos-cursed dagger. The magic within disfigured and diseased him. My mother spent the rest of her life in search of a remedy. She felt sure some wisdom from the Warsworn's past could cure him. We had fought chaos, after all. So she delved into our past, searched everywhere, until she came here. They say he came to this place a prince, and left it sworn to war. How he entered the passage, what he learned there, none but he know. It's said that the way from the sacred passage to the Forge opened only for Eamon, and at its end, he learned the secrets of the First Sworn. It's also said to have closed and sealed the day that he died. Yes, to reach the ancient Forge, you must go through a sacred passage. Of course, I can't be certain. No one but Eamon himself has ever walked those halls. Lead on, Oathblade. Mother. Oh. All right, let's do this. There's no hope. We've come all this way. For what? You and I are not Eamon. How can we ever hope to pass through that? Yes, but it can't be done. Try for yourself. Ancient magic bars the way.
Only those foreseen may enter here. Fate bars this path, and none may alter fate. Approach, mortal. The hammer must be remade. The hammer. To the forge. You will know the way. The wisdom is within you.
Look at it, how it shines. This is a weapon of legend. Held in Aegon's hands, it felled Niskaru by the score. But now we have our own legends to make. The Niskaru Lord Kamazondu is imprisoned in Cloudcrest Mountain, in the Hollowlands. As Beeson weaves his spell, something called the Niskaru Lord's Crown will emerge. Are you listening? It is not truly a crown, but emanations of the Niskaru Lord itself, as it emerges from the mountain. It cannot escape all at once, so if we can injure these first projections with the Mystic Hammer, we can close the door Beeson seeks to open. Cloudcrest Mountain looks over the southern Hollowlands, west of here. I will go to Ironfast Keep for reinforcements and meet you there. It worked before when Aegon fought Farlong. Let's hope that it works for you. The first emanations of the Niskaru Lord, emerging from, if I read correctly, the mountain itself. That's the first stage of the spell. Let's not find out what happens after that. A Niskaru Lord is an immense being of pure chaos. Kamazondu's nature is that of great cunning and persuasion. Be wary and believe nothing it says. They both suffered and died because the knowledge and memory of our order was squandered and lost. I will not forget that. But I can be content that their deaths were not in vain either. In the end, he but dreamed a nightmare. But Beeson might make the nightmare real. He plans to free an Iskaru lord, and we hope to stop him. Mitharu help us. Yes, it lies south along the Hollowlands. I will be there with reinforcements. Make yourself ready. This will be a trial like none you've known. To the mountain then, and our final task.
Taxing through swamp and ice, desert and wood, was the exodus from frozen lands. Upon each hill the priestess sang, and closer to Erethel they came. The people walked in groups, the future houses of Rathian, planning the lives of gold and silver, music and laughter. Lush fields and streams Tyrion described to farmers, the first makers of the bread and food we eat today. The mages that awaited Lyria's touch now reach her power.
The land flourished under her gentle plumes. As life returned to the burnt expanse, the people crawled from their caves and saw a majestic silhouette against the open sky. They praised Saina and worshipped her likeness. She replied, with a core that still echoes on the wind.
Let us see how these mages like cold steel. Let us see how these mages like cold steel.
Now this is what I like. Something you can fix with a sword and shield. Oathblade, if you thought I'd let you go in there yourself and have all that fun without me, you were sorely mistaken. There's no doubt he's up there, and no knowing what he's capable of when cornered. But we do have the element of surprise. I'd been yearning to return to the field of battle. And I feel that I owe Gwyn this, at the very least. So that's the fabled hammer. How does it gleam like that? What odd markings it has. Precious few advance in rank so quickly. And again, things don't often go normal around you, do they? A Warsworn has to be a stalwart soldier. But more than that, you've got to show that fact to the world. So long.
Look, Beeson has carved his own way into the mountain, and that will be our route as well. Let's go. Yes, the crown will emerge at Cloudcrest's summit. That's where Beeson will be.
Oathblade. Oathblade. Warsworn.
We'll hold them back. You go on. Do what you came to do.
What have you done, you fool? You thought this war was over because you won a battle? Mortals cannot triumph against such malice. Do you know what preparations I have made? What long labors? What it will take to rebuild what you have destroyed? I will cut your flesh from your bones. You have doomed us all. Now...
Would that I had a better, stronger one. Oh? A sword is an instrument, but it is valued for its deeds and not its boasts. Your friend and comrade awaits below. Kill her, then return to me.
What have you done, you fool? You thought this war was over because you won a battle? Mortals cannot triumph against such malice. Do you know what preparations I have made? What long labors? What it will take to rebuild what you have destroyed? I will cut your flesh from your bones. You have doomed us all. Now die.
It seems I won't be stretching my limbs so soon. It is a shame that the mage proved so feeble an instrument of my will. Would that I had a better, stronger one. Your glory is bright, little one, but in less than a blink of my eye, your candle will flicker and fade. A whiff of smoke, then nothing. But I will be here still. I will chuckle when you die. And when I am freed, I will laugh until the seas boil and the mountains shake. I will wait.
I saw it all from over there. You were like one of the First Sworn in living flesh. When you're ready, head back to the Hall of the First Sworn. Don't keep us waiting there, all right? Kamazondu is restored to its prison, thanks to you. I don't know how you forged it or what magic it contains, but I do know it worked. I saw it for myself. Dead, right over there. Aegon himself would have been impressed. Yes, to the hall. Just come, you'll see. Hall of the First Sworn. Don't delay.
Enter. Stand before the... You have done great deeds. You have shined brightly as Caerwyn's blade and cleared the dust from our most glorious past. You have felled foes beyond imagining, and stayed true and sworn to war. Therefore, I proudly bestow upon you the high and treasured rank of True Sworn. With one hand, we remain sworn to war in the noble mercenary's creed. With the other, we shall keep watch and strike at every Niskaru threat. What is it? When the Crystal War truly ends, a keep will be established there in Cluricon. Most of our ranks will come back west, however. Though the old keeps will fill, somehow, I do not foresee idle hands. Something tells me Niskaru will be found, and we will fight them. One or two rare souls are awarded the rank in a lifetime. Mine was earned saving the Order from schism and disarray. But that was years ago. I am an old soldier. I have seen a great deal, but I am humbled to be standing here. That such a madman exists proves only that there can be others.
We see few enough strangers in our...
Greetings.
Shield brother? We're fighters here.
Sworn to war?
We see few enough strangers.
Shield brother? Sworn to war?
Huh.